But listen to what 18 says again, because I think there's something else that we can learn from this and the disciples as well. Not only that Satan is a defeated foe, but he says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And if you know the story, Satan was kicked out. Why? Because he started talking about how he was going to exalt his throne above the Lord's. He got prideful. And if you're not careful, when God is using you this way, you can get prideful. So that's something else that he could have been saying here too, is like, listen, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven, right? Because of his pride. Listen, don't get prideful. Don't just rejoice in that, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. But I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to lay that foundation to let you guys know, listen, Satan is a defeated foe. If you are moving by God's spirit, you have power over him. You don't have to worry about what he's doing. You don't have to constantly talk about the devil busy and he did this and he did that. No, that's giving him too much credit and it's giving him too much power. But what we really wanted to get to on this In the Word episode, what I really wanted to get to was First Peter chapter 5. And we're going to be starting in that 6th verse. And we're going to do a little bit of reading today. Prayerfully, you guys can hang in with me. If not, maybe you can hang in for a while, come back, finish up later. But I think this will be an encouragement to us, right? Because we need to really understand not only the power that we have, but the adversary that we're dealing with and how to deal with him, right? Because we already said that he's defeated. So there must be a way that God wants us to deal with him to keep the victory that we have, right? And I think Peter is the perfect example to talk to us about this because he went through so many different things and made so many different mistakes. And I think it will encourage us on today. But First Peter chapter 5, verse 6 reads as follows. It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. Let's remember what we just read in Luke, right? Don't rejoice in that, right? Like humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. It's his hand that's doing this, that he may exalt you in due time. That word exalt there means to raise in rank, honor, power, character, quality, or to elevate, right? So there's so many different ways that you can be exalted. But he says, listen, if you humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, he will do these things in due time. That word due there means in a scheduled time. Whose scheduled time? God's scheduled time. And that's why we have to always remember we are always on his timing. If we allow his perfect timing to play out the way it's supposed to, then our lives is going to play out perfectly. It's going to play out in a way that we can have joy, peace, and harmony, right? Verse 7 goes on to say, casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you. If you're going to do this, you got to cast all your cares upon him, everything that you're going through. And sometimes that's hard, even for me. Like, that's all of us, right? Like, to just truly, totally trust him. Sometimes it can be hard, but it's something that we have to practice and something that we have to learn, because a lot of the things that we be stressing about and worried about, we can't do anything about it anyway, right?